A ver qué hay.
Kenny's son makes
Esto va a ser una
games.
fumada de copón, ¿eh?
In fact, Kenny's son has made games for as long as he could remember. Even as a young man, his curiosity and dedication to the art was apparent. His parents, his teachers, and his friends all knew this about Kenny. He loved video games, and his
Mira la
desire to
mascota
make
es asquerosa, ¿eh?
was undeniable. Taking inspirations from the world around him and the games that formed his tastes, Kenny was always in front of a screen, tinkering away at whatever idea fluttered through his mind. Video games would take Kenny far in life, but he could have never expected the heights he'd one day reach.
One day, I'm gonna make a game called Ball Pit just for you, Volvi.
Hostias, este va a ser... A ver. Ah, no, pensaba que era uno... Como uno que había de loops para una segunda parte, pero no. Sí, supuestamente es un juego real lo que van a enseñar.
Hey there, I'm Kenny's son, and I'm coming up with my new game, Ball.
Pero sí, de pequeño era asiático.
I imagine my studio would look like if Devolver Digital.
O sea, era asiático, bueno, asiático sigue siendo, ¿no? Pero era chino-japonés, míralo.
There's like 5 of us, Kenny.
So, my first notable game was Circa Infinity, a hypnotic platformer that was passed over by Devolver Digital when I first pitched it to them. But that game did a lot of good to me. It gave me the belief and the
Se ha hecho mayor, ha cambiado de etnia, ¿eh?
as a career. And I'm so grateful for all the support from players, and no props to Devolver Digital for obvious reasons. From there, I started taking out
Eso ha sido, esto que han hecho, ha sido una puya a Disney por el tema de cambiar la caracterización de personajes. Lo han hecho a propósito, o sea, es...
But that game got a lot of commercial and critical success. And now we are here, in the present tense. Ball Pit, the brick breaking, the ball fusing, the base building, survival roguelite in partnership with Devolver Digital. They finally got their together and they saw the potential of this beautiful game when its balls started dangling in front of their faces.
So do you want me to edit out that?
No, please don't, keep it. So now we're going to discuss about Ball Pit and we're going to see its first trailer. And after that, we're going to
A ver, vamos a ver el tráiler.
into what makes this game so much fun. Roll that footage, Henry. Go for it.
Sabe Dios lo que veremos.
Henry. Henry.
Balbalon has fallen. A pit is all that remains. Now treasure seekers flock to explore its depths. A brick breaking, ball fusing,
Y es que además será un juegazo, ¿eh?
base building, survival roguelite. Power up.
Los de Devolver tienen un ojo para los juegos, es increíble, tío. Mira, con voces y todo, ¿eh? Sí, sí, o sea... Ojo con esto.
Descend into chaos.
Ah, pues tiene demo disponible, ¿eh? Va a ser una barbaridad.
That computer isn't even plugged in.
So anyways, listen. When I first started work on Ball Pit,
When we started work on Ball Pit, we.
so I was saying, it was a little different from what it is right now. The core concept has been the same from the beginning, but I've built on top of it the last few years. Also, the game comes from a very private, intimate space. Look, when I was a little boy, I was diagnosed with IBS, internal ball syndrome.
That's not what that stands for.
Now, what that meant was that I would spontaneously spit up balls.
These dang balls.
But that was not painful or anything. But the affliction was such an important part of my life that I had to weave it into the narrative of my next game as an artist. And as they say, true art lies within. Ball Pit. The demo is on Steam as we speak, and the full game is going to release later this year. So if that is something that intrigues you, then please give the demo a spin and also wish list the game to be up to date with the release date later this year. And
Es que
if
son
people
unos
then want
genios
to
esta
race,
peña,
then
tío.
I have two folks that I've invited who have been really important for me to bring this game to life. And other people back behind the scenes, team, thank you so much, everybody. Thanks. But these two have been the two stars for sure.
Thank you, Kenny. And hello to all you gamers out there. I'm Rick, and I play the Fireball.
Hotbar Specialist.
And I'm
Some of
Janice.
you may recognize me from my past work, say as a segment in the Super Mario Brothers Fire Bar. Yes, I was all three. And most recently as the Light Punch Hadouken from Street Fighter. And my co-star Janice, who is new to video games and, quite honestly, in over her head.
That was an unnecessary jab, Rick. So, hello, I am Janice, and I play one of the hunters in Ball Pit, which is just one of the many playable characters. But, well, I'm just so excited to be working on a video game. So my kids love video games, and they just think this is so cool. And I used to work in insurance, and you know, sometimes I handled fires, but not like...
O sea, trabajaría en una aseguradora.
To extinguish that.
Fíjate.
But this is just so much more fun. Look at me in my dress-up outfit.
Es una pena que no podamos poner subtítulos en español, gente. Porque la verdad que es bastante... Pero es muy complicado traducir porque hablan súper rápido. O sea, el tío de rojo es el que... Es el especialista, digamos, el actor que hace de pelota roja. Como si fuese un actor de verdad que hace de pelota roja.
There are two sides to the game. Much like that two-faced Janice.
Oh, you, Rick.
The combat side of Ball Pit sees players select one of the hunters, each with their own starting ball type and special perks. Collecting XP gems from vanquished foes builds up your meter, which allows you to add new balls and items into
Qué ganas tengo de jugar a esto, ¿eh?
or even combine existing balls to create insane mashups of power. Each realm you visit has its own unique enemy tile set, pesky mini-bosses, and menacing final boss figure to clash with at the very end of the run. Win or lose, you can take some or all of your
Y luego construcción de base también, hostia, es que tiene un montonazo, de movidas.
Build out new structures to your town and fields to harvest that unlock new playable hunter characters, each with their own flair in combat. Over time, your base will expand, giving way for more room for buildings, fields, and quarries to draw from, and improve your hunters' chances of survival. There are many realms.
O sea, joder, tiene una pinta espectacular. Tiene pinta de ser droga pura esto.
Amount of balls and combinations to experiment with on your quest to rebuild Babylon.
Thanks for mansplaining, prick. Oh, I mean Rick. Slip of the tongue.
And that, my friends, was a little bit on Ball Pit. And there is a lot more to unveil in the coming months as we march towards the release later this year. If you
El
still
niño ahí en
haven't,
plan
please try the demo on Steam
Jedi
as soon as you
saliendo.
can, because this has been something that I've wanted to create since I was a sweet little boy.
Hi.
And this is something very, very special.
Se les va, ¿verdad? Se les va, gente. Bueno, con esto yo me despido. El evento de IO es que no puedo más, porque si no mañana no podré cubrir el resto, pero bueno. Muy chulo este juego, ¿eh? Yo le voy a meter una caña loquísima. Así que muchas gracias por estar aquí, compartiendo este ratazo. Y mañana volvemos con todos los eventos que nos quedan, que son pues un huevo y parte de otro, ¿eh? Mañana además eventitos así a una hora decente. Gente, un abrazote muy grande y nos vemos mañana. ¡Hasta luego!